what's going on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT. It's time to get ready for round 6 of the Nations Cup on Gran Turismo Sport on the 2019-20 Exhibited Series. We'll be able to get ready to race on Suzuka circuit for 18 laps, and we'll be able to go in to get ready for a Group X car. So this time, Super Formula is going on right now. That this is going to get everything. We might choose 2 engine variants. We might be able to get ready. So maybe this is time that this is going to get everything. We'll be ready to go with the SF19 Super Formula with the Honda or a Toyota variant. So this is going to get everything. Might be ready to have the same performance. We might be able to choose by a choice. So this is going to get everything. We'll be able to have a race regulations to be able to use the racing medium soft tires. Is going to get everything we'll be prepared for. So let's go and get ready to race. So before enjoying watching the video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out some more videos if you like. Feel free to enjoy anytime you want for entertainment. So this will get started for one excited racing event. Will begin. It's time to get everything. We'll be ready to go because this is going to be able to take on 18 laps around in Suzuka circuit. So this is going to get everything. We'll be ready to be able to have a one good clean race. That this is going to get everything we'll be prepared for. Choosing any tire compounds by the choice to go with medium or soft tires. So this is going to get everything. We'll be toughening up to get ready for ourselves for one good fast race, because this is going to be a one quick run. That this is going to get everything we'll be prepared for. Good thing that taking the qualifying time by 10 minutes, so we are good to go. And this is going to be able to do for only one best option. That this is going to get everything. We'll keep going faster. Best of luck to all of you, and let's go and let's be prepared to get ready for a race, and let's get started. Here we go. It's round 6 of the 2019-20 Exhibited Series on the GT Sport on the Nations Cup. So it's time to go for a super fast Super Formula race car. So let's go and get started. Looks like Dusty Speed 6001 is good to go by first place. AJ96 Kupo is going in second place by the start. Looks like Anach 381 is going in third. Ready to go. And looks like Speedster Suzuki is ready to go on in 4th place by the start. And here is Justin P3 is now going to get ready for the Honda SF19 variant. Chocolat Bottom 28 is going in 6th place. Ron Sai is in 7th place. And here's Hades 33 in 8th place to be good to go and get ready. It looks like 9th place is Bullet Ridden 70 is going to get prepared to get started. 10th place is FPT 99 is good to go. Cocaine 305 is ready to go on 11th place, so he's going to get ready to race. And then, now it's my chance to take on 12th place by the start. Looks like XGMRX is in 13th place. 14th place is Uncle 105S with using the Honda engine variant. 15th place is AC Tech for the Toyota engine variant with a carbon original style. And here's G-Man 1963 1231 is good to go. OB Slim 80 is in 17th place, and looks like Solo Pro 2000 in 18th place. And last place is Jara Tickas is in 19th place. Ooh, that was a good Halloween library variant going on. So putting up the e-brakes turned on, and then this is going to be a grid start with a false start check. That this is going to get prepared, folks. because this is going to be a one fast Super Formula 1 race moment, because this is going to get everything moving ready to go. Who's going to be the fastest? And then here we go. This is going to be a green light for the start, and then let's go for it. This is going to be pretty excited out there that this is going to be the only race that this is going to get everything moving well, precision made will go in. And then, oh, looks like the first turn is going to be very tougher on the collision, that this is going to get everything by the start. It's going to get very messy out there. And oh man, definitely just got hit, and then this is going to be able to take the attempted chance to go in. But it is going to be pretty difficult that this is going to be on the way. Now, this is going to be a pretty hard start for us, that this is going to get everything needs to be able to go fast, because it's going to get very collision out there, because just going to make sure to keep going, because it might take a lot of faster paced progress that this is going to go there. But this is going to be a very hard mess race out there, because this is going to get everything needs to be able to make sure that do the best clean race whenever we can. But it will always have collision if we must be able to face it to survive this one. So it's going to get everything to be well closer in by giving the start. Each concentration strategy by each Super Formula race car is going to be able to race around in Suzuka circuit for 18 turns for 18 laps, but it might need to be able to make sure to keep it well managed, because it's going to get very caution out there, folks, because it's going to get very fast and very quick, and also just going to be able to keep up the distance is going to get everything well made to be contested for. Now, looks like this is going to be able to take on the first lap by the start, but it's going to get everything going in for this one. Just going to be able to make sure moving in onto the second lap that this is going to be able to press on. And oh, looks like Justin P3 just got spun out and back on track. And oh, looks like this is going to be a very nasty looking collision out there from behind, folks, because this is going to be a very hard attempt to be able to be back on the run for. Now, this is going to be a very tough one out there, because this is going to be able to take a little bit concentration. We're always going to be able to keep it well managed. Now it looks like G-Man is about to be able to catch up on to Justin P3's position to be able to make one overtake attempt. And this is going to be quite very extremely out there to be able to take on some curved turns. Is going to get everything, will be able to do the risk. He's about to be able approaching in onto Justin P3's position. He's about to go in, and then, oh, looks like there's a yellow flag just got in for. Looks like that was definitely might be able to see it, so looks like Dara is now definitely got a penalty, and then got recovered in 15th place. That this is going to be quite shocking out to see this one, because this is going to be a very hard time for any other drivers for SF19 Super Formula cars, or definitely might be able to be on the run, because this is going to be a long catch to be able to be on the top position as much as possible. It might take passive to be able to go fast and aggressive, but it might be able to think smart that this is going to be a very hard race, that this is going to be able to give the moment. Overtake function is now in use, so just going to make sure use it wisely before you're about to make your way onto the first place by the position, that this is going to get everything going. Now this is going to be able to do every communication on each braking point on every other turn, so this is going to get everything needs to be able to do a little check that this is going to be able to give a lot of running moments, is going to need to keep up on it. KD33 is now currently in to be able to keep going, and then things about to get moved on, and oh, looks like he's definitely got off the track, and now he's going to be able to get back on the track. So looks like this is going to might need to take a little bit more time, that every first turn is going to be having a hard moment to give it a little bit spare time to be count. But this is going to be a very tough moment out there, folks, because they still trying to learn, because it might be able to find a good rhythm for their own technique. Is going to get everything to be able to take the good skills and the challenging skills is going to need to take. Now it looks like G-Man is now in 10th place. He's going to be able to keep it up until he'll be able to press on to be able to overtake on Bullet Written 70 is now in the 9th place. looks like Dusty B6001 takes the lead, and then Notch is going to be in second. So this is going to be currently in fourth, and it looks like Cocaine 305 is in third place. Now this is going to be quite scenic for it, so things always get separate for each drivers out there on the track, that this is going to be quite challenging made to do it. But it might take the struggle, is going to be on the chance to be on the way. So Dusty B6001 is in fourth lap, and now currently in to be able to press on to the next lap, but we will still try to keep up, because it might be able to take every precision made skilled drivers is going to be able to take a few chances to be able to be on the overtake. Speedster is now coming in to be able to use the overtake function to be able to pass my current position, and now he's going to do it. Bennett might be able to make on for the first turn, so he definitely take the inside, so that might be able to take the risk that this is going to be well determined to be able to go for a concentration. But it's going to be a very tough charge that this is going to be able to make for each determined drivers. Now this is going to get everything, has to see how this might work out on this one. But this is definitely might be pretty challenging for every drivers in this round. It is going to be quite possible to be able to do for only one passive and aggressive drivers out there, because it's going to get very super wild out there on the track, that this is going to get everything needs to stay on track, that this is going to get everything will be well going. And oh man, just going to make sure that this is going to be a hard time, so just going to do the right thing, is going to get everything needs to do it. Forgiveness for Speedster Suzuki is now definitely might be able to press on, giving a little hard mistakes, just trying to do the right thing. Well, it's going to be able to take a few moments that this is going to need to be able to make sure, because it might get everything well caution made, that this is going to need to be able to avoid getting the penalty received. Now, looks like Speedster is currently in 15th place. Hope he might be able to get back on track, because he's might need to take the pressure, is going to go there. So this is going to be able to take on to move on in 14th place. This is going to be able to do plenty more time of patience, is going to get everything going. AC Tex is in 15th place, so he'll be able to catch up to do the same. But this is going to get everything to be a well challenging situation out there, because this is going to be a very rough moment, that if we have to make sure that this is going to get everything, we'll try to keep up. But this is going to be able to do most moments, we're always going to be able to try to be able to be polite and positive, that this is going to get everything to be able to make sure it's going to get super fast out there, folks, because by using the Super Formula 1 race car, it's going to get very risky, that this is going to be able to take the concentration. We might be able to get settled, we might need to take plenty practice to learn. But it's going to get super fast, that this is going to need to take the advanced skills, will also to do well. And it looks like OB Slim 80 is definitely got struck on the sand traps, and now he's slowing down and get back on the run. Now passing in on to 15th place. Now this is going to get everything to be quite very smoothly, excited to see it, how it goes. But this is going to get everything, has to be able to keep it well, exercise caution for giving the moment. We're always going to keep going faster. And then taking on that boom corner is going to be easy, and looks like that was definitely might be having a fail. Just going to keep it well grip management to do it, so got it back under control. So this is going to need to be able to take a lot of usual ways to be able to go in. Now it looks like two cars are in the pits, and now changing up the different tire sets, and now this is going to get everything to be needed for. So 2 pit stops remaining to be used whenever it's comfortable with, because it's going to get everything might be well through, because this is going to be a tough one to be able to keep it well managed to do any turns. It's going to be able to do for a lot of struggle out there. Now moving on in onto the 6th lap, but this is going to get everything needs to be able to keep using the overtake as possible. So just going to make sure to save it as well before at the end of the race by having the number of laps will be remaining. Now looks like Ron Pye is in 2nd, and now he's going to be able to catch up, and this is going to be able to have the moment to be able to catch up onto Dusty's lead. Is going to be giving a lot of patient time, this will might be able to go in by the distance. Now, this is going to need to take a little bit more time, that this is going to be quite very strategized, that this is going to get everything to be well struggled. Every race always has the hard moments for anyone like us, because this is going to get everything needs to be able to make sure this is going to be a very concentrated track, that this is going to be able to race on the Japanese racetrack. It is going to be quite very challenging by using the SF19 Super Formula race car. With using the Honda or Toyota engine variant, it is going to be able to take the skills. We might be able to take one good skill of the test, and oh, looks like AJ96 Kupo just got spun out and then lands on the sand trap, and now he's going to be able to take time to recover him. So he'll be able to get back on track, folks, because this is going to be able to see the moment that this is going to be able to give the time to spare for. Now, looks like it's always going to be able to take hard luck of chances, and this is going to get everything to be able to keep it well maintained on the pressure. OB Slim 80 just got that penalty by 4 seconds, so this is going to be able to take some time, that this is going to need to take a lot of few efforts out there, folks, because this is going to need to take faster turns. It's going to need to take. Now, it's going to be able to do perfectly well, so moving on in onto the 7th lap, but it is going to get everything to be able to do a lot of struggle out there, so just going to make sure to take a good look. So maybe not a 4-second penalty, but a 0.5-second penalty on OB Slim 80, so he'll be able to head on over to the penalty line to be able to slow down. So this is going to be able to take the short time to be able to get past in. Now it's going to get very technique to be able to take a little bit more time to be able to keep going, but it might take a lot of challenging ways to be able to do some more running expectations out there. This is going to get everything to be able to stay strong and stay maintained, but it might be able to do plenty of work if we had to be able to keep trying for more. Now, looks like this is going to be able to see OB Slim 80 is going to be able to press on into the penalty line to slow down. So it's going to get everything closer, and then Solo Truckles is now going to be able to keep moving on until this is going to need to take a lot of few distance to be able to go, because it's going to get everything to be able to catching up. It's going to be able to do a lot of skills it's going to need to take. And looks like taking the Risk Evasion goes in, and now this is going to be able to press on, and then this is going to be able to take for only 1 moment to be able to keep in track on any other drivers who are about to be able to go into the pits. Now we're on the 8th lap, only 10 more to go, folks, because this is going to get everything conclusion out there. This is going to be able to do for only 1 stronger chances to be able to keep it going, but it might be able to take few other grips, that this is going to get everything going by the work. So this is going to get needs to do whenever we can. And oh, looks like Bullet Written just got slowed down, and now he's end up in 14th place. Looks like OB Slim is in 13th. Now looks like this is going to be able to have the time to be able to catch up, but it's going to get everything to be well usual skill made to do it. Now, that was definitely might be so close for Bullet Written 70 to be able to master the curve turns on the S. Is going to be quite very, needs to do 1 improvement turns at the given moment. Now, it is going to be pretty difficult to see how it goes, and looks like Dusty B 6001 is in the pits to change up the tires. Going to need to take some time to refuel, so it'll be able to get back on the run again to be able to keep up on the rush. Now, this is going to be able to take a lot of few distance to go. Just going to be able to make 1 good overtake by the draft, that this is going to need to take plenty of it. So it's going to get very risky to be close. And looks like this is going to be able to go on the out and out turn to be able to go on into the chicane. And then looks like this is going to be able to take that patient time that this is going to be going in for. And so close to be able to get a little bit loose acceleration throttle to be able to go. And then looks like Bullet Written in the pits. Now this is going to be able to change up the tire compound that this is going to be able to give a different type. So it looks like changing into the soft compound, that this is going to get everything will be ready to go to get back on track. So it's going to get very smooth out there, because this is going to need to take a few more chances to make for any drivers to be able to reach up. Distance will be made because it's going to get very longer it takes that this is going to be able to go for. Now it looks like Ron Pies is in first place in the lead, and luckily Dusty B 6001 is about to be catching up to be able to get back in the lead by second place. Now it's going to be quite harder choices for any top drivers out there in this track, because this is going to be able to take a lot of concentration to go for. It looks like Cocaine 305 is now currently in, and oh, looks like AC Tex just got hit and then pushed by Bullet Written 70 by mistake. So this is going to be able to be very cautious that this is going to be able to make sure. Looks like a 3-second penalty received, so just going to be careful, because this is going to get very tough out there to be able to make sure not to make any collision to be going on to see it. That will be a very bad thing for any drivers, but using the Super Formula car is going to be quite very well risk to be made. Now it looks like going to catch up, and then this is going to be able to press forward. Now currently in onto 12th place, going to catching up onto G-Man is going to be on the way. So this is going to be able to see how this will might go, and then this is going to be able to do for every other fast-paced driver. It is going to be able to press on for. Giving the blue sign is going to be able to give way to faster cars. Will might be able to go in, but this is going to be able to take some time, that this is going to get everything by the usual skill. Now entering in onto the 10th lap, only 8 more to go out there, folks, because this is going to be a very fast time check, that this is going to get everything going. Just keep practicing to be able to take some inside turns. Will might be able to stay strong on the throttle, but it will might be possible to be able to use the overtake, and then just going to be able to lose it in, and then giving that safe spot road to be able to give a good touchdown to be able to save it in for. Bullet Written passes me, and now this is going to be able to get back to be able to resume on the run. Jared Diaz is now definitely might be giving a little bit of time, that this is going to be able to take the usual ways to be able to go for, and then looks like he's about to be able to catch up, because this is going to be a very Jackal Super Formula race car out there trying to pass my current position, because it's going to be a perfect time to be able to have a few days before Halloween comes by to be able to celebrate. But it is going to be quite very good to be able to enjoy it in the month of October. Now, looks like Dusty is back in the lead, folks. So this is going to be able to see how this will go, because this is going to be able to check on any drivers, whoever reaches up onto the lead. So this is going to be able to give the moment. Will might be able to take the time to be spared. Then looks like going to be able to take that chicane to be able to avoid Garcia's position. Is going to be able to make a window open. So it looks like he's about to be able to have that side position checked in for. This has to be able to do it. So this is going to be able to do a lot of possible to be able to take that first turn in. Oh, looks like Chocolate Bottom is definitely got hit, and now he's back on track. So this is going to be able to take the concentration, that this is going to need to be back on progress, that this is going to be able to make sure that late braking could contain a very dangerous close, that this is going to be quite possible to be able to take the risk. We might be able to avoid it. Now this is going to be able to have a one chase moment to be able to get back on it. So it's going to be able to take plenty of steeper turns, that this is going to get everything going in by the throttle. Now this is going to be able to take that hairpin turn, is going to be able to take the hard left, and it looks like Jara is now definitely might be able to go in to make a window open. So have to take this risk to be able to avoid it. But this is going to get super quick out there. This is going to get everything needs to be able to have a hard chance. And it looks like almost had it, and then Jara just took this position in onto 13th place. So this is going to need to be able to take the risk. Will might be able to take a lot of throttle for, but this is going to need to take plenty more skills to be able to keep it on while having the tire wear for use, like taking the duration by almost 50% remaining. Is going to get everything has to be well settled in to do it. So this is might be able to have a call in onto the pits. So this is going to be able to go grab and use the soft tires. It's going to go in as possible. Now this is going to be able to have a new set, and then giving some extra amount of fuel, Will might be able to get prepared and be back on track. So this is going to be able to take the duration time that this is going to be able to stop him out. Will might be able to do well. So this is going to be a long road of the struggle out there. So that Will might be needed to take some time. It's going to get very risky to be able to take the distance. It's going to get everything longer it takes. So it's definitely might be able to have a minute ahead, because this is going to be very longer it takes, that this is going to need to take much seriously work, that this is going to get everything go for a faster limit. Is going to need to take that precision. Will might be able to hold on for. Now this is going to be able to go for a little boost, and then this is going to be able to take that inside turn. It's going to go on and then taking a little bit more time. And then this is going to be able to do an excellent running to be able to get everything will be well settled in, to be able to have a lot of good compound skills. It's going to be able to have two choices of the tires. It's going to be able to do excellent ways to be able to go on for. Now, looks like Cocaine is definitely might be doing okay. Still taking on in third place. Will might be able to have a bronze medal to be able to have a good job for this race. Ron Pies is now definitely might be doing well the same way, because this is going to be able to take a lot of effort ways to be able to go. So this is going to need to be able to take some time. Now, looks like two of them are in the pits, and now this is going to be able to take a little bit catching up to do. And then this is going to be able to be on the way on to 14th place. Now, looks like back on the run to catch up on Jara in 13th place. Now, this is going to get everything has to be able to take that overtake. Will might be able to give a chance if there's going to be a straight approach. That Will might be able to take the advantage. Will might go faster it gets, because this is going to get pretty challenging to be able to see this one, because struggles Will might be able to go in, because it Will might be able to take the hard challenge. Will get there. And oh, so close to see Gerard is now definitely might be almost getting himself a spin out. So just going to make sure that this is going to get everything to be well cautioned, and then almost had it. Just going to make sure that this is going to be able to take that 10 acceleration check, that this is going to need to be able to go on. But this is going to be pretty difficult out there, that this is going to be able to take the times that this is going to be able to go in. But this is going to be a very long time with this race that this is going to need to take. So looks like this is going to be able to have a total time of 23 minutes since the start of the race. But this is going to get very long, but this is going to need to take some time until whenever it's going to reach almost 30 minutes by the limit of the duration of each racing segment, that this is going to be able to go forward. But this is going to be a very long time for us. If we had to be able to make sure that this is going to be a strong work of racing, it's going to get everything to be made, but it will might be able to take some time that this is going to be able to do for another practice, because each round could also be able to have a Super Formula race card for this race in the Nations Cup. It's going to get everything to need to do a lot of risk if we have to be able to make sure, because this will might be able to go drive like a pro. It's going to be able to take faster skills. Will might be able to go in. But luckily that this is going to be able to have a best moment since they raced on the Blue Moon Bay Speedway on the GT World Tour, because it is super fast out there. By using the Super Formula race car, it's going to be quite good to take on 3 turns. It's going to be able to take a lot of aggressive moments. It's going to be like to see it. And then it looks like this is going to be able to take for only a 4 more to go of the number of laps to be remaining, so this is going to get everything to be well closer up on it. So things about to get pretty well. So this is going to need to be able to keep holding in on the throttle, that this is going to be able to take the overtake by 50% remaining. Use it well until at the end of the race. This might be able to get depleted anytime soon. So this is going to get everything has to be able to keep in check of the gap distance. We might be able to go in. Now it looks like Bullet Written is in the pits, going to be able to change up the tires quickly as possible. So hope you're never going to end up in 14th place. So looks like he's back in onto 12th place. So he's going to be able to take a lot of risk that he needs to be able to catch up on it. Now it's going to be a very tough race out there, folks, because this is going to be able to take some few consecutive S turns. It's going to be able to do after the first turn. So luckily that this is going to be able to do for only one lap guide, that this is going to get everything has to be able to get settled in for. So it's going to be able to catch up, and then this is going to be able to do plenty of patience. It's going to get everything going in to take some time. Now, this is going to be able to go on, so we're on the 15 lap, and then mostly other top-ranked drivers are in the 16 lap, so if they could get 2 more laps to go, so this is going to be able to take a long way to be able to get there. But we did our best, because it's going to get everything needs to be able to do a lot of struggle out there, because the risk will be made. The hard accident is going to be needs to be very careful if we have to dodge it, because this is going to be able to have plenty of tough moments for us if we have to be able to race to success. It's going to be a very hard goal for us if we have to make sure to be able to stay strong and stay faster as much as possible to be able to take. So this is going to need to be able to take, because we're still trying to be able to do the best we can. Now, it looks like 2 more laps to go, so we're on the 16 laps, because this is going to get everything moving well faster in for. Now, Dusty V6001 is still doing okay. He did pretty well to be able to take the lead. Is going to be on his way for his podium win. Is going to be able to take a lot of effort. Is going to be on any skills whenever he can, because it takes plenty of passive work that this is going to go in. Now, looks like he's on the pits, and now he's going to be able to change up the tires. So he'll be able to be on the way to be able to make one quick pit stop. It's going to be able to go on as possible. Ron Pies is now going to be able to take on to be able to catching up on Dusty V6001 by the gap distance to be able to keep it well congruent. We'll also might need to be able to take some time. So this is going to be able to take each rivalry drivers might be able to give a fair chance that this is going to be able to resume the run. It's going to get everything to be as soon as possible. Now, this is going to be able to see how everybody is doing well. So things get very separate sometimes, that this is going to be a very long way to be able to catch up. But it might be able to do well, because this is going to need to be able to take plenty of brake checks, that this is going to get everything going. So this is going to be able to have that DPS to be on 1 to be remain as possible. So this is going to be able to take. Now, looks like we're about to be able to press on in onto the 17th lap. So we're almost there, folks, because this is going to be able to take a little bit more time, because we still got plenty of fuel before whenever it's going to be able to run out of gas anytime soon. So this is going to get everything to be done as possible. Just going to be able to give it a little bit boost, and now this is going to be able to take a hard turn, so it's going to get everything to be real skillful made to do it. So tire remaining is at 80%, so this is going to be able to stay on it. So this is going to get everything to be well made, that this is going to be able to make it hold it out much longer. And then I just almost had that turn, because just got a little bit loose enough control of it. But just going to make sure, don't try to do any distractions out there, because mistakes will be made. Now this is going to be able to see how this will go. So looks like Dusty B is already made it in onto the 18 lap. So this is going to be the final lap. So this is going to be able to be pressing on it. So whenever it's going to be able to show on the checker flag that he's about to be made it, whenever if Ron Pies or Enoch is going to be able to catch up on it, and oh, looks like yellow flag just called in for it. So looks like this is definitely might be seeing this one because this is a collision out there, and it looks like Jarat is now definitely might be got spun out. Now he's going to be able to take some time to be able to recover. Now this is going to be able to see how this goes. So looks like we're almost there, and they're already on the 18 lap or the final lap of the race. So here we go. This is going to be it. This will might be able to take plenty of faster works. Will might be able to be on the way. But this is going to be the only moment for every other racers by using the Super Formula 2019 model is going to get everything will might be making on time. So this is going to be able to have the moment. So looks like Dusty B is about to be able to catch on, and looks like Dusty B takes the checker flag by the podium. He finally made it at last. He's finally made it in first place until Ron Pies and Enoch 381 just finally made it until he's still currently on the run because it is going to be a separate race out there to be able to take a little bit more time to get there, folks. What an amazing Super Formula race out there, folks. This is going to be a very tough one out there if we have to be able to drive fast to succeed it. Now it is quite the long rope is going to be able to catch up. So we did everything we could because it is going to be a very difficult race out there, so we had to be able to keep up and do the best we can. But this is going to be a pretty difficult race out there to be able to see it. But this is going to be a very strong risk that this is going to need to take. So looks like just going to make sure that to keep in track of the time. So looks like this is going to be able to be over anytime soon. So this is going to be able to take plenty of possible work that this is going to be able to take the last second call. Will might be able to make it. So this is going to be able to take plenty of work. XGMRX did pretty well on 11th place. G-Man finished in 12th. And then finally made it in onto 13th place in one piece. Now that was a hard, challenging racing moment out there because this is going to be able to take plenty of efforts. We might be able to stay strong and do the best run we can. Because what an epic race out there to see how everybody did pretty well. So this is going to be able to do plenty of hard work of this race, so this might be able to end up on 13th place. So that was a lot of hard racing out there, folks. It is super fast and super risk that this is going to be quite taking a lot of challenging we might need to keep up. So this one might be able to congratulations to Dusty B 6001 for the win. So he did pretty well that he finally made it to be the first one who has finally got the checker flag by the podium. So in the meantime, for the results outcome, so we did pretty good by taking a full blue sportsmanship rating increase. So that was definitely might be quite very longer it takes that this is going to be able to take plenty a lot of faster skills whenever we can. Now looks like everything is pretty good out there for all of us. So it is very challenging for us if we had to be able to drive faster more. So we did good out there because the choices will be made, so it will might be able to have to use both tires as possible, but it's going to be able to take plenty of determined choices for any drivers whenever they're good at, because it is going to be able to make sure that the choices will be possible to be able to use tires during the race. So looks like Dusty B 6001 did a good job out there by using the Toyota engine variant on the SF19 Super Formula. But it is going to be quite very challenging ways to be able to catch up. But it's going to be a very difficult race, so we might be able to do the best we can. So this is going to be a very super fast moment for all of us if we have to be able to take plenty of more efforts if we can, because it's going to be a difficult time for us if we have to be able to keep on racing. We'll always to stay strong. We're always going to be able to take any chances will be made, because this is going to be able to do a lot of work whenever we can. So kind of say that this is going to be a very good race out there if we have to try and keep up. We might be able to take the chances. We might be able to have a good race. As always, we will do the best. So that was a very tough race out there, folks. Always going to be able to keep going faster as much as we can. So we will wait for the next season of the exhibited series on the Nations Cup. So hope you guys really need to do some more practice if we can, because it's going to be able to take a lot of faster skills. We'll always to be able to have a chance to be able to make a good clean race without any mistakes. So do the best you can. It might be able to take a lot of practice as possible. Alright folks, glad that you really enjoyed this race. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and bell for notification uploads, and the links on the description down below if you want to see more. I'll be seeing you guys next time for continuing on the Nations Cup of the 2019-20 exhibited series on Gran Turismo Sport, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay cool.